you want, you can get to know me well. We get along, so we shouldn't argue, yeah. And I don't know, yes, and I don't know, no. All these feelings cloud up my reasoning. Yeah, they cloud up my reasoning.
And radio style. How's everyone out there doing? Hope they're enjoying themselves. That was actually a pretty decent fade there. Not that I want to toot my own horn, but normally I just drop it like it's a hammer, right? And then bam, no music. This time, I had a little extra time in there. Didn't feel so rushed. Anyway, Dan Radio Style, as I had just mentioned. Kind of wanted to do a quick one. I always say that and it scares me, but I really actually have very little planned on this. I just kind of wanted to touch a couple points. And that song did it very well, by the way. So let me cover the rest of the business. Get in touch with me if you'd like. Got a question, comment, query. You want to just say, hey, I don't know why I listen to you. Throw that my way. That'd be fantastic. It's at spiritradiodanstyle@gmail.com. And I'll be happy to respond or ignore if it's really mean. That'd be fantastic, though, by the way. I have to get that one out of that way. That first one where they're like, you know what, you're a name insert here. Anywho, Matchbox 20 was the song, and that was Argue, which I think is pretty cool. We get along, so we shouldn't argue, and all that feeling is clouding up my reasoning, which is my whole point. Theoretically, I really truly believe that that's what following your feelings is all about. Totally clouds up your reasoning. It's supposed to. That's truly the point. So I want to say, I'm not going to get into specifics. I'm so trying to be done with that because it's like trying to call play to play or play by play of someone putting on a green. You know, like he hits the ball. It's slowly going down. It's breaking to the left, and then slowly it's breaking to the right, and then it breaks back to the left, and then back to the right. I mean, come on, really? So it's exciting to me, of course, and I want to, I want to share it with the world, but frankly, it's got to be boring. So we're kind of going to cover main topic points, try to from this point forward. But my whole point is the following feelings thing is so it's so amazing because there's oftentimes clouding up my reason. That song's perfect. I'd love to get into all the little stupid specifics, but ultimately the big picture thing is for me, and this is how I operate. So it's going to be a little different for everybody. That's also a really key point right now. But for me, it's the way my mind and body works. I need to kind of believe in what I'm doing, or I can't do it. And so a lot of times for me, that belief structure is what's feeding me and feeding the direction I'm heading. And when I need to alter course, when I need to head down a different path, sometimes something kind of interesting has got to sort of shift me. And then oftentimes how it plays out, so something like wall, just, turning left, dude, no matter what. Like, you thought you were going straight. No, you're turning left. Check it out. And then I'm like, okay, damn. Well, I thought I was supposed to go straight. And apparently there's a wall right the F in front of me. So hence the need to turn left because there's not even a right. You know what I mean? This is seriously how it works out for me. It's beautiful. And I love this. I constantly am seeking and asking, spirit and everyone else, source or God or, fill in name here. Show me the direction. Help me. Here's where I'm trying to go. Show me the direction. I am so along for the ride. I'm going to learn what I can, pick up what I can. Show me. How can I help you? How can I help along the way? What am I here? Give me just a little bit of help. So these moments come, and I'm like, okay, that was about as helpful as possible. And then I look and I realize, and I start getting little mini quinkydinks, if you will. Like once I've made that left, right? It's like, what the hell? And then I'm like, okay, confirmation. Okay, a lot of good stuff's kind of showing me, okay, I mean, there's no other way to go, certainly, and I could try to force it. That's what I mean by a wall. I could keep forcing a direction, but it becomes very apparent to me, for whatever reason, that it's just better to try a different direction. Again, this is kind of happening right now, but in a more mysterious fashion. Like, this left turn, to use my metaphor, wasn't as obvious. Like, I could have kept going straight. It just doesn't feel right. I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm like, well, this is really where my heart's at, right? This left, that's where my heart's at. It is. I've done everything I can in my power to make a change to go a different direction, and I detoured around something. I honestly have no idea. I did detour around something. I've said before, you might make that left turn for a reason, because if you go straight, there's something ahead of you that isn't good. So I detoured something. No idea what the heck, but ultimately it feels like I'm kind of back, not where I started, just like back. I don't know. So a lot of these feelings will lead us in directions that sometimes might seem very confusing. Again, keep following them, because one, I got a freaking smile on my face right now. I have no clue what the hell's going on. That's what makes it fun. But I know, like, there's these little markers, these little keys, these little hints along the way. And when you find them, it's just freaking awesome. I mean, a lot of people go, well, that's a coincidence. All right, no, I get you. But like, when you've had 50, 60, 70 coincidences in a month span, right? At some point, you're like, okay, there might be something to this. That's where I keep kind of saying, follow your feelings. I dare you to do it, because ultimately for me, it's like what I tell a lot of people. I dare you to prove me wrong. Like, you prove me wrong. I'm okay with that. Try, because if you actually make an effort to sort of do this, even for a short period of time, typically source/universe/God/whatever rewards you with some really right off the bat things. Kind of like when you have a sudden direction change, oftentimes, most of the time, unless you're going in the wrong way, maybe, I don't know. But most of the time you get that same indication, that same like, here's some markers, here's some pluses. Like, I turned on my blinker and it kept blinking as I went through the turn, right? I don't know, like, you just, it kind of shows its way for you. And the things at the end of the rainbow, like, I don't know. You're setting your marker, you're heading on your way. Just keep following your feelings. That's the whole point of this short little thing. Just a lot's transpired in the last like 48 hours of my life. And I just got off a long business trip, which actually played into that. Like, a lot of things lead up to the next thing, which lead up to the next thing. And when you're paying attention to it, when you're like asking source/God/whatever, hey, well, show me, give me a sign, show me. Ask that, I dare you. Say, show me what's up. And then pay attention. Pay attention to the next song that plays on the radio, the commercial that you hear, the ad you see in the newspaper or your magazine, some weird numbers you see on a license plate, maybe the letters on the license plate, maybe someone's frame, maybe a bumper sticker on their car. Pay attention to the next coincidence that you find, and you will be so surprised, and you'll probably get goosebumps, and that's always a bitchin' indicator. You're onto something when you're getting goosebumps, all right? So give it a go. I dare you, because it is the coolest thing. And then suddenly, now all of a sudden, you got all these fun little things that happen day to day, and it gives you, it helps. It helps along the way. It gives you these little hints, these little markers, and puts a smile on your face almost 99% of the time. And you know what? It's still scary as crud sometimes. You're like, I have no idea what the hell's going on. My heart's like, feels it, right? And it's like, I want it right now, even though it still might be months down the road before I get this feeling, this experience that I'm yearning for, that I know is in front of me, wherever it is, and I got to go through X, Y, and Z to get to the next final part. I don't know, to my goal, to whatever, So I just wanted to share that. Following your feelings. It's a journey. It's a lesson. It's constantly changing. I don't want to say it'll challenge you at times, but it'll show you what you thought was wrong. You'll think you'll think you got it all dialed in and figured out, at least in my case, because that's what's leading me in the direct. That's what forced me to make the last left turn, right? And then something else hits me that's very, very strong and profound, and other things seem to start to close off, and it's like, all right, okay, let's see where this goes. It's just, it's really... It's like following breadcrumbs. No, because that's bad, right? It didn't work out so well for Hansel and Gretel. Kind of did, sort of, but not really, right? But yeah, just keep heading down that path, and you will see the magic. You will see the coincidences. You will see all the fun little trails that light up in front of you, and you'll get it. You'll get the direction you're heading. I don't know. I had to share. It's been a fun couple days. And June's big month. A lot of good stuff going on this month. So I think this just kind of ties into that whole thing. I talked about relationships progressing. I talked about a lot of really, really cool stuff. So check that out too, by the way. June update if you haven't already. But anyway, Dan Radio style. Hope you like. I'm just throwing stuff out there. This is all about following your feelings. Spirit Radio Dan style at gmail.com. Get in touch with me, and I shall talk to you soon. Thanks.